what is an innovation corridor? I would look at it in very simplistic terms. And from the work we've done in the Middle Georgia Innovation Project, we have taken a close look within, but I think more importantly, we have taken a deep dive into understanding where other areas across the country have really done it right. And we've learned a lot from that. And if there's one thing that I will constantly remind us of as we move forward, is that this is something that we can constantly look at, improve upon, and add to, because innovation occurs in a lot of different places, and it also is ever changing. So for us, I think this is a corridor that has to be alive, that is constantly taken into account and learning from each other, whether it's our higher educational institutions, or it's a B2B opportunity, or it's a campaign just to get folks interested in these kind of careers that do encourage us all to be innovative.
The idea of an innovation corridor is just pulling together all the different people who are thinking about innovation, that are thinking about the future, and how do you pull and leverage all of those good ideas together so that we can learn from each other and ultimately all advance Middle Georgia forward.
A corridor is a space that connects two different spaces. Think about a hallway that connects a room to another room, or maybe a foyer that connects different spaces to one another. And then innovation is just that kind of a hub of creativity, of ideas, of ingenuity, of invention. So putting the two words together means connecting ideas and creativities to other spaces.
When we start talking about an innovation corridor in Middle Georgia, what I start looking at is, what are we going to innovate? And I think the answer to that is we're going to build a software innovation center or corridor, focusing on several things. And the corridor is in the Middle Georgia area.
It includes elements of cooperation and ownership between local actors. And with the corridor, there are elements of fluidity and agility. With not being stuck in one location, a corridor creates opportunities for many. It's inclusive, it's diverse. Thereby, it's more collaborative in nature. It doesn't just belong to a company, it belongs to a community in a sense.
So when I think about an innovation corridor, I think about a corridor that helps connect the individuals looking to engage in innovative business ideas and community development with the assets and resources in the community. So when I think about innovation, I think it takes a path of people to work in that innovative idea, right? So it's going to take many assets, many resources to develop an innovative idea, to execute on one. And so when I think about an innovation corridor, it's an area in a community, an area in a state or in the country where those assets and resources have come together to sort of be available and to work together towards those innovative ideas.
I think the ability to have the educational opportunities in the region, having the jobs in the region that facilitate that development, having the resources available to supply the workforce, to supply the educational opportunities, the funding, investment, the infrastructure to go with that in this local area.
So an innovation corridor to me is a community and workforce that seeks to adapt and assimilate all the new technologies that are coming into the area, specifically by building the skills and resources needed throughout the community. And if you think about Middle Georgia, the connection across the region is Robins Air Force Base.
A short and sweet definition of an innovation corridor answers two key questions. What is innovation and where is it happening? I think that innovation corridors are a distinct concentration of organizations, municipalities, and stakeholders like residents working together to achieve advancement in a variety of disciplines, especially regarding technology. A corridor can be comprised of many components that make the wheels turn, including institutions of higher education, startups, forward-thinking leadership, strong public-private partnerships, and a sense of connectedness across a defined region. Innovation corridors can either be easily recognizable to external parties by way of the work they are accomplishing, or they may be defined as distinct through internal mechanisms as a way of coordinating efforts throughout an area.
And an innovation corridor is a space, it could be physical or virtual, where people in different niche can gather and help the innovation economy thrive.
To lead an innovation corridor means to me an area where people are empowered to do innovative things, to make things better, and to continue with change, which is so important nowadays in the modern environment, where if technology and every day you blink your eyes and guess what? We have a new iPhone coming out the next month, right? So in this continuum time of change, especially with technology, innovation is so critically important in whatever sector you are in, because there's opportunities for innovation across the board in every facet of life. So in terms of an innovation corridor, what does that mean? Well, it's where people get together and they work together to empower innovation and facilitate that within a certain specified geographical area.